Emily Watson has described her involvement in the HBO series Dune. Prophecy as a genuine departure from the kinds of roles that previously defined much of her career. Known for acclaimed performances in films such as Breaking the Waves and Gosford Park, Watson found herself navigating the unfamiliar territory of science fiction storytelling, complete with spaceships and expansive world-building. In conversation about the experience, she characterized the shift as actually really good fun. Playing Valya Harkonnen in the series placed her inside a large-scale production that she initially registered as enormous in both budget and ambition. Upon joining, she recalled thinking about the sheer scale, HBO Max, significant financial investment, and a sense that the project operated on a level beyond ordinary corporate entertainment. The world of Dune, with its intricate political and ecological layers, offered a different creative landscape from the more intimate or period-driven work that had marked earlier chapters of her filmography. Watson has also offered limited teases about the forthcoming second season. She noted the presence of many new elements that she finds really interesting and intriguing, adding with a joke that fans' heads would blow off if she revealed any of them. The restraint reflects standard practice around protecting narrative surprises, while still conveying genuine enthusiasm for the continuing story. Her comments suggest that the series is expanding its scope in ways that will reward close attention from viewers already invested in the first season. Separately, Watson expressed strong anticipation for Denis Villeneuve's Dune, Part 3, which is scheduled for release later in the year as the conclusion of the director's trilogy. She described herself as a huge fan of Villeneuve and noted that the film is filled with incredible actors she loves. The combination of admiration for the filmmaker and excitement about the ensemble has left her particularly eager to see the completed work. Her comments position the theatrical Dune films and the HBO series as complementary rather than competing parts of a larger narrative universe. The decision to take on a role inside a spaceship and a sprawling futuristic setting represented a conscious expansion of her range. Actors with established reputations in dramatic and character-driven cinema sometimes approach genre projects with a mix of curiosity and caution. For Watson, the experience appears to have been rewarding on its own terms, offering both technical novelty and the pleasure of collaborative large-scale storytelling. The positive framing she has given the work suggests that the departure felt energizing rather than disorienting. Dune. Prophecy itself explores the origins and early power struggles of the Bene Gesserit and related houses within the broader Dune mythology. Watson's portrayal of Valya Harkonnen has been received as a standout element, contributing to audience anticipation for further seasons. Her ability to convey authority, calculation, and emotional complexity within the heightened visual and narrative style of the series has drawn particular notice. The combination of her classical training and the production's ambitious design creates a distinctive presence on screen. Reflecting on the project's scale, Watson highlighted the feeling that it was more than a standard corporate endeavor. That sense of elevated ambition can influence how performers approach their work, encouraging a level of immersion and commitment that matches the production's resources. In her case, the result has been a role that sits comfortably alongside her earlier achievements while opening new creative territory. The timing of her comments coincides with ongoing interest in both the series and the theatrical films. As audiences prepare for the next chapter of Villeneuve's adaptation, Watson's dual perspective, as a participant in the television extension and an admirer of the feature films, offers a bridge between the two formats. Her restraint regarding specific Season 2 details preserves mystery while still communicating that substantial new material is in development. For performers, moving between intimate dramas and expansive genre pieces can refresh artistic energy. Watson's description of the spaceship environment as fun underscores the playful side of that transition. At the same time, the seriousness with which she discusses the new elements and the larger Dune project indicates that she approaches the material with full professional engagement. The balance of enjoyment and craft appears central to her experience on the series. As the second season approaches and the theatrical trilogy reaches its conclusion, Watson's contributions help sustain public interest in the expanding universe. Her established reputation brings additional credibility and depth to a story world that already commands significant attention. By speaking openly about both the novelty of the setting and the quality of the ongoing work, she provides audiences with a performer's eye view of what it feels like to inhabit such an ambitious production. In summary, Watson's reflections center on the pleasure of creative expansion, the scale of the Dune, prophecy enterprise, carefully guarded excitement about future episodes, and genuine anticipation for the concluding film in Villeneuve's series. The combination paints a picture of an actress who has successfully navigated a notable shift in genre while remaining grounded in the craft that has defined her career. Taylor Swift has taken an active step in support of Emmy recognition for the Eras Tour, the final show, by making a surprise appearance at a private gathering in Los Angeles. The event, attended by roughly 50 guests and held without media or recording devices, brought Swift together with director Glenn Weiss to discuss the concert special with Emmy voters. The appearance marks a rare public outing for Swift since her wedding to Travis Kelce. During the gathering, Swift spoke about the importance of preserving the sense of escapism that defined the live Eras Tour experience. She expressed admiration for the way Weiss threaded the needle in translating that atmosphere to the screen. According to her comments, one of the factors that made the tour such a phenomenon was its ability to provide great escapism for the people who attended. Conversations between Swift and Weiss focused on how to maintain the feelings of relaxation and freedom for fans. Losing those elements would mean losing a huge part of what made the concert experience special. Swift noted that Weiss created conditions in which fans could remain lost in the moment, aided by the rehearsals he conducted with the dancers and with her in the lead-up to the final show. The emphasis on emotional continuity between the live event and its filmed version underscores the intentionality behind the documentary's approach. Rather than simply recording a concert, the project aimed to capture and convey the particular atmosphere that audiences had experienced in person. The Eras Tour, the final show, documents the concluding performance of a record-breaking run that spanned 149 shows across 5 continents and became the first tour to gross more than $2 billion. The special has received multiple Emmy nominations, building on Swift's previous Emmy win in 2015 for the Amex Unstaged Taylor Swift Experience. The current campaign reflects a deliberate effort to highlight the craft involved in translating a massive live phenomenon into a compelling screen experience. Swift and Kelce have kept photographs from their wedding celebration private for the time being, making the Los Angeles appearance one of the few recent public glimpses of the singer outside of tightly controlled contexts. The decision to attend an intimate voter event signals the priority she places on this particular project's recognition. By speaking directly about the creative collaboration with Weiss and the values that guided the filming, she provided voters with insight into the intentional choices behind the special. The focus on escapism connects the documentary to the broader cultural impact of the Eras Tour. For many attendees, the concerts offered a temporary release from ordinary pressures, a quality Swift and Weiss sought to retain in the filmed version. The rehearsals and preparation that went into the final show were designed to support that immersive quality, allowing both performers and audience members to inhabit the moment fully. Capturing that quality on camera required careful planning and a shared understanding of what made the live experience distinctive. Emmy campaigns often involve personal engagement from key creative figures, and Swift's surprise presence at the small gathering fits that pattern while remaining consistent with her generally private approach in recent months. The absence of media and devices protected the intimacy of the conversation, allowing for a more direct exchange with the voters present. In that setting, she could articulate the collaborative process and the emotional goals of the project without the filter of public performance. The nominations themselves already represent significant recognition for a concert film that grew out of an unprecedented live run. Building on that foundation through personal advocacy demonstrates a commitment to seeing the work fully appreciated within the television awards context. Swift's earlier Emmy provided a precedent, yet the scale and cultural footprint of the Eras Tour give the current project a different order of magnitude. By highlighting the partnership with Weiss and the specific challenge of preserving audience feeling, Swift framed the documentary as more than a record of a successful tour. It becomes a crafted attempt to extend the emotional experience to viewers who could not attend in person or who wish to revisit the atmosphere. That framing may resonate with voters evaluating the special's artistic and technical achievements. The timing of the appearance, relatively soon after her wedding, also illustrates the continued professional focus that accompanies major personal milestones. While the couple has chosen privacy around the celebration itself, Swift's willingness to engage on behalf of the documentary shows that creative priorities remain active. The overall campaign thus combines the existing nominations with targeted personal outreach designed to deepen understanding of the project's intentions and execution. In essence, Swift's surprise step centers on articulating the value of escapism, the collaborative effort required to capture it on screen, and the desire to see that achievement recognized. The private nature of the event allowed for a focused conversation that aligned with both the awards process and her current preference for controlled public visibility. As the Emmy season progresses, the combination of nominations and this direct engagement positions the era's tour documentary as a serious contender shaped by deliberate creative choices.